Now, last week, Bortles said, quote, "I totally understand that I'm the scapegoat for this team. When we play good, the defense played well, the running backs did good, the receivers made great plays, and when we play bad, Blake Bortles is the worst quarterback on the face of the planet." And I get it. Obviously, that's not what I would have chosen for myself, and I'm sure it'll never stop, but I couldn't care less. I just want to win football games with this team. So we are joined once again by Eric Dickerson. So first, but Shannon, do you have a problem with these comments?
I do have a problem with it. And Blake, you're not the worst quarterback. You're one of the worst quarterbacks that's playing in the NFL. Skip, the thing is that in the 4 losses this season, they've scored 6 points, 14 points, 7-7. That's an average of 8.5. They lost the game 9-6. Your defense holds a team to 9 points. You're supposed to win that game. But this is what I didn't hear Blake Bortles say. When Blake Bortles beat the New England Patriots the second game of the season, guess what I didn't hear him say? Man, y'all give me too much credit. Hey, y'all ain't mentioned nothing about the defense. Y'all say, ooh, he outdid dude Tom Brady. Blake Bortles never uttered a word when they were heaping praise on him. This is why I feel, because here's the thing, Skip. This is what I've learned, and maybe you agree or disagree. Unless it's a quarterback or a coach, anybody that critiques the quarterback position, oh, they don't know what the hell he's talking about. He ain't played the position, or he never played the game. I've seen enough. Blake Bortles has started 68 games. He is what he is. And the reason I felt they should have gone to another quarterback, the likelihood of your defense being exactly what they were the year before, and Jacksonville was a historic defense, for them to be that again was not very likely. There's only been one situation when we think of great defenses. We think of the Steelers or the 70s. We think of 2000 Ravens, or we think of the 02 Bucks. Only the 85 Bears were better in 86 than they were in 85. But because they won the Super Bowl, that goes unnoticed. One of the main reasons I believe Ozzie Newsome went and got Elvis Grbac and did not bring Trent back is that he didn't believe Trent Dilfer. He didn't believe that our defense could be that historically good again, and we were going to need someone that was going to be a better thrower of the football. I believe whatever Minnesota offered Kirk Cousins, they should have went $10 million higher. I believe they are a quarterback away from being a legit Super Bowl contending team. But when you got a joker like that, all it is going to get your hopes up because he plays well against New England, and you're like, ooh, you see, I told you. But what you going to do when he plays like that against the Titans? Or what you going to do like that when he shows up and do what he did against Kansas City? Now, Kansas City is nothing to sneeze at, but you're not turning the ball over 5 times and beating them. You talking about what the defense gave up? Well, when he giving up pick sixes and he turning the ball over 5 times, who you going to beat, DD? You can't beat Blake Bortles. You first of all, even if you are being a scapegoat, Skip, as a quarterback, you got to shoulder it. Because you get the lion's share of the credit when it goes well, you're going to take the lion's share of the blame when it goes bad. That's just the way it is, Blake Bortles. And then you're going to talk about you the scapegoat. Nah, just take that scape off. You just the goat. And like Skip Bayless says, lowercase goat.
Lowercase goat.
He ought to be ashamed of himself talking about he the scapegoat.
Boy, you hate you some.
No, I don't hate him. He's just bad quarterback.
Me or you?
Go.
You know, it's it is what it is. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, I'll say this much here. That's why I asked you this question earlier. I said, you know, who was your quarterback when you played with the Baltimore Ravens? It was Trent Dilfer.
Trent Dilfer.
You know, he's a Trent Dilfer. I mean, Trent is a better quarterback.
Yes.
But, you know, and with that football team, and I think of the Baltimore Ravens, that great football team, you had great defense. Don't turn the football over. Don't hurt us. Just punt it, slide, throw it out of bounds, but don't turn it over.
Exactly.
And that's what Blake Bortles does. He turns the football over. You hurt this team. Like you said, it's hard for a defense to repeat what they did the year before. If they're a great defense, it's hard to do it again because everything comes into play.
Look at Minnesota.
Trades. You know, you're never that same defense again. And for him to, to say scapegoat, it's not a scapegoat. You are who you are. You are who you are. It is. If he was, like you said, if he was winning, they're going to say, hey, I'm not getting enough credit. We won that football game. What about me over here? I mean, hey, he had 12 passes and he had two turnovers.
Yeah.
I mean, two fumbles. I mean, it's like, I mean, I don't know what to say. I mean, and so, I'm a player. I'm always for the players. But hey, in this case, man, it's time to move on.
I do know what to say.
What you gonna say?
2 weeks ago, this man sitting across from me, my man, Hall of Famer Shannon Sharp, he picked Blake Bortles to win at my Dallas Cowboys, and he still hasn't gotten over it because Blake Bortles lost 40-7, and he was turning the ball over, and he was a disaster. But that same Blake Bortles has had stretches in this league when he has not been garbage. He's been pretty good. He's been mediocre, which in this league is pretty good because this is a great league. This is a tough league.
Yes.
And just last year in QBR, I love QBR, so he finished 14th out of all the starting quarterbacks. And that was ahead of Kirk Cousins and Cam Newton and Jared Goff. He's better than Jared Goff was. And he's just saying, okay, I'm the scapegoat. And is that the truth? Yes, he is the scapegoat. But the scapegoat, before the year started, lost Marquise Lee, who was his best receiver. And all year he's lost Leonard Fournette. Where's Leonard Fournette?
And the Jags lost hope when he became their starting quarterback.
That's football.
They lost hope?
Yeah.
They were 10 minutes from the Super Bowl. They're up 20-10 in Foxborough. And you don't think they trust Blake Bortles?
Last year.
Yeah. How about in week 2 this year when Tom Brady visits Jacksonville and just gets annihilated?
See? You fall into it, Skip, baby.
Wait a second. Blake Bortles, who's garbage, threw for 376 on the great Bill Belichick, the genius defensive coach. 376 with 4 touchdowns, and you're saying he's garbage, get rid of him.
Skip.
Really?
Let me ask you a question.
Wow.
Have you ever seen a stray cat?
A stray cat? I don't like cats, but I've seen
but you've seen them, right?
Yeah.
You know why you see them? And don't nobody take them in and they still living? Because even an alley cat will find a whole chicken in the trash. They going to find scraps enough to eat to survive.
Blake Bortles is an alley cat who found a scrap.
Yeah,
and the scrap was Bill Belichick's defense.
Which was those 4 touchdowns he threw. Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
And then he goes and plays the Jets and throws for 388 against the Jets. How do you do that if you're garbage?
Can you tell me?
Okay,
what about that Tennessee number? When he scored 6 points.
All right. What about last year when he was pretty good last year?
You know
how do you do that?
You keep talking about last year.
I'm not even a Blake Bortles fan, but somebody's got to defend.
As well as you know, it's football. It's not about what you did last year, it's what you're doing right now.
Oh.
That's what it comes down to.
Well, what about what the defense isn't doing right now?
Well, you keep putting you turn the ball over. If you keep putting us in harm's way.
So he's actually to blame for the defensive struggle.
Skip, it goes hand in hand. Now,
well, it doesn't go always hand in hand because my team scored 40 points on that defense in the first half. It drove it 3 times for long touchdown drive. Long. We're talking about 75 and 84-yard touchdown drives and a long field goal drive, and it was 24-0 at a half, and it wasn't Blake Bortles' fault. It wasn't.
Let me ask you this. If you put a better quarterback, you put...
Are they better? Sure, they're better quarterbacks, but you're saying he is trash. He is alley trash, right? That's what you're saying. And he's better than that, and he deserves better than being the scapegoat.
Better than what?
He was 10 minutes from the Super Bowl. He was Trent Dilfer.
Last year. This is a new season.
Did he do it?
No, he didn't.
No.
If was a fifth, we'd all be drunk.
Well, come on over here. I got this thing for you right here.
You got that fifth for me?
Yeah. I think you've already had too much of that.
Yeah, maybe. Eric, thank you so much for joining us. Really appreciate it.
He wanted to play
Paul George tells the truth about LeBron. We'll discuss that next.